I think Forza Motorsport might end up being a terrible game, guys, unfortunately. I was cautiously optimistic for the new Forza titles. I was a huge fan going back of Forza 1, 2 and 3. And I'm actually still a fan of the Forza Horizon games. I think they're really good. I'm not a Forza hater, before you go crazy in the comments. And I was really optimistic that this new Forza game would look at the gaming landscape, the racing game landscape, and then deliver what people are looking for and make up for the disaster that was the last Forza game. However, after watching the recent developer direct and the new Forza Motorsports trailer, I honestly think we might be getting another Forza 7. It looks like they're repeating the exact same mistakes they made with the previous Forza. Admittedly, the stuff they've talked about with the graphics looks fantastic. The reflections, ray tracing, great. Day, night and rain and all that stuff. Visually, it looks really good. I don't think anyone can complain about that. From the footage you can see it looks great visually. But if you watched all the trailer stuff in its entirety, there was really no mention of actual gameplay or anything that would really differentiate this Forza from the previous Forza. There was a little snippet where they said, "Oh, we'll have a car building single player focus," but no mention of anything else with gameplay. You couldn't watch that and go, "Oh, this is an exciting game that I'd like to play. This has something unique to it," or "This does something that's already on the market but better." There was nothing inspiring in the trailer, and in fact, the trailer and the development direct, it was just like a corporate drivel presentation. It was more like a factory safety video than a video to promote a video game. Absolutely bizarre stuff from Microsoft, and I say this. I'm especially confused because I think we're actually in a really unique position with racing games at this point in time, where there's been a big boost in interest in realistic racing games. I think Gran Turismo, as much as I quite enjoy it, but I think they really dropped the ball with the last Gran Turismo game, especially in terms of the single player of that game. It was quite a mess at launch, general structure of it, and the way the online ranking stuff works in Gran Turismo. It works, it's pretty good. There's not much competition to it, but it could just be a lot better. Like, basically, Gran Turismo is the same as GT Sport in many ways, a little bit different, but basically, Microsoft are in a position where if they literally did Forza 1, 2 or 3 star single player with a bit of character, a bit of sort of Top Geariness to it, but focus more on the track side, along with the most superficial of online ranked multiplayer, and some kind of single player that was on a par with single player in games from the 2000s, they would literally have an absolutely killer title. As it is, as I say, there was nothing to demonstrate that there was anything other than graphics, which I think even the last 3 Forza games look fantastic, but other than graphics there was nothing in there that looked decent. It's really strange. I really hope that the new Forza isn't like that, and I really hope that later on they do actually show off more of the single player, and that the single player is actually interesting, with a bit of nice progress there, and maybe more interesting car modification stuff. And I really, really, really hope that they have some kind of ranked multiplayer system. For some reason, I mean, you see this with like the Formula 1 titles. If they have what is effectively a high-skill competition game, a game that would be like Counter-Strike Go or Rocket League, you know, you need a ranking system for multiplayer to work in those games. It literally doesn't work without it. So you have a game like the Forza Track Racer, which is looking to be more serious when it's on a track. If you don't have the ranked multiplayer, it's dead on arrival. The multiplayer will be terrible. And then the one thing they did say in the trailer is that they're going to have like dynamic tracks and all these sort of track features, which are fantastic. But again, unless you are actually have a ranked online system and you're driving seriously with a somewhat realistic game, those track differences are so subtle that you're just not going to notice them if you're just pottering around or driving mental. And in many ways, even if you're driving with a gamepad, those track differences are actually going to be detrimental to the gameplay. in order to have stuff like a dynamic track, weather and everything, and have that in a way that's conducive to good gameplay, you actually need the game to have really good force feedback or haptic control with the gamepad, and you also have to have really good physics to accommodate that more variable track. None of this stuff was actually demonstrated or mentioned in the trailer. The trailer was all, we've got nice reflections. I don't know, maybe I'm being really jaded, guys, but again, I just feel Forza nailed Forza Horizon. The last one wasn't the best, but the was it I can't remember which number it is. The one in Scotland, that was so good. So much like excitement around it, the delivery of it. As I say, it's like Top Gear the game. If they've got that, you've got like Top Gear the game, driving around ludicrously on real tracks, which I think appeals to a certain audience. Why not do Forza the sort of serious racing title, but make that as accommodating as possible with a single player? It's like such an opportunity, and it would be huge for sim racers and for people that enjoy more serious racing games, and it'd be a really good way to bring more people into more serious racing games, and it'd be something that would actually genuinely provide competition for Gran Turismo as well. It's sort of, you know, you'd have Gran Turismo, Forza, and then PC sims. It'd be really nice. It'd really polish off the landscape of racing games. I just don't think that's going to happen with it. I really hope that there's another video and they've got like ranked multiplayer or something. I don't know how such large companies with so much resources could seemingly just drop the ball so obviously. But you know, there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. Am I being too pessimistic about the new Forza game? How excited are you for it? I know a lot of our audience, and a lot of you guys are sort of hardcore sim racer fans, but maybe you're like me. I really just enjoy good games, and I think a lot of sim racers are actually dying for a fun single player racing experience that's based on real world tracks and real world cars, where you also incorporate some historical aspects, a little bit of humour, you know, some single player that you can load up, play with a gamepad, or just something to play through that's a driving game with a bit of depth to it, that's not completely arcade and not completely simulator. I think everyone wants that. I think we all want that. But where is it? Where is that game? Gran Turismo dropped the ball on that, as I say. Right, anyway, that's this rant video. My Forza hype train has his wheels fallen off. It's like it's in Back to Future. It's like the train going about. It's trying to get up to the 88 miles per hour, but unfortunately the Forza train didn't, and we didn't go back in time. Or the car on the front of the train didn't go back in time, and Marty went off the cliff and then blew up, and that was the end of the Back to the Future films. That is the impression I am getting. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you like this type of ranty video as well. This is low effort. Knowing YouTube, this video will get good views because I put no effort into it. YouTube is literally a troll. Happy tea drinking, guys. Take care. Till the next one. Goodbye.